Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Shelley Howe, and I am the co-founder and head of global sales. And I am thrilled to introduce you to Scan Global Realty, a company that serves as your gateway to exceptional real estate investment opportunities across the globe. Our primary focus is one of the most dynamic and fast-growing markets in the world, and that's why you're all here. That market, of course, is Dubai. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to encourage everyone to stay with us until the very end because we have a great offer that you will not want to miss. I know one of the big questions on your mind today is who is Scan Global Realty? Pardon me. And it's a great question because let's be honest, every time you scroll through Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you are bombarded with flashy reels and ads about Dubai real estate. And it's overwhelming. And in today's world of social media and new tech, it is all too easy to get caught up in misinformation or worse, scams. So for that reason, we want to explain a little more about real estate and the business that we provide, the credibility as to who we are in all of that. As part of Scan Global Holdings Limited, we offer more than just real estate expertise. We bring a wealth of knowledge in finance, business advisory, and global market trends, ensuring that you have the tools and the insights that you need to succeed. I hope you have all taken the opportunity to scan our QR code in our logo. It will provide you information about us. Now, we're based in Canada. That's where Scan Global Realty came to life. We're not just another name in the crowd. We are a proudly Canadian-based company with deep roots in the Canadian market and a strong presence in Dubai, supported by a dedicated real estate office in the UAE. Our mission is simple, but it's very powerful: to make global real estate investment easy, accessible, and profitable for investors. What truly sets us apart is our Canadian foundation and our reach in the USA, in the UK, and abroad. We understand the mindset, expectations, and unique needs of our investors, and we hold their hand every step of the way. Because let's face it, how we do real estate here in Canada is not the same as how we do it in the UK, or in the US, or in Dubai. With this understanding, we bridge the gap between you and the vast opportunities Dubai has to offer, guiding you with expert advice, localized knowledge, and unwavering reliability. With Scan Global Realty, you're not just investing in property, you're investing with confidence in property. With our offices in Oakville and Milton, Canada, and Dubai, UAE, Scan Global Realty operates at the intersection of two thriving markets. Our international footprint will soon span the UAE, Canada, USA, UK, with Dubai as our flagship. Dubai's luxury, innovation, and high returns attract global investors, making it a cornerstone of our strategy. Dubai's real estate market is remarkable. It offers tax-free income, high rental yields, and world-class infrastructure. Dubai is a city built for a global investor. From futuristic architecture to sustainable initiatives like the Dubai Clean Energy Strategy, the city is a magnet for growth and innovation. So the big question, why choose Scan Global Realty? Because we pride ourselves on being more than just a real estate firm. We are your trusted partners in navigating the global property market. What sets us apart is our unique ability to blend a deep understanding of our buyer's mindset with on-the-ground expertise in Dubai's dynamic real estate landscape. Whether you're looking at schools, transit, airport accessibility, if any of those are your concern, we can address those. We know that investing in real estate abroad can feel overwhelming, especially when the process differs from what you're accustomed to back home. That's why we've made it a priority to have real estate professionals on our team from countries worldwide. We work closely with our investors every step of the way. Our experts bridge the gap, clearly explaining the differences in procedures, regulations, and market dynamics to ensure that you feel confident and informed every step of the way. Our streamlined processes and carefully curated property portfolio make global investing seamless and accessible. Whether you are seeking a high-yield rental opportunity or you're aiming for long-term capital growth, we tailor our approach to align with your financial goals. We ensure that every investment decision is smart, strategic, and secure. With Scan Global Realty, you're not just investing in property, you're investing in peace of mind, guided by a team who understands your needs and has the expertise to deliver results. As our team will show you today throughout this presentation. Now, speaking of a great team, let me introduce today's presenters. Although we are only a small representation of the more than 30 people around the globe who are bringing Dubai to your fingertips. Let's start with me. My name is Shelley Howe. I am one of the co-founders and head of global sales at Scan Global Realty. I bring approximately 25 years of experience in project management, sales, and real estate. I am also a Canadian broker and owner of Exit Realty Connect in Milton, Canada. This is a brand with almost 30 years of rooted real estate industry experience in North America. My focus at Scan is to help direct the North American strategy. Now, at the tail end of this presentation, we'll be closing up with Wahaj Ahmed, our CEO and founder. Wahaj grew up in Dubai before moving to Canada in 2014 and has been associated with UAE's real estate as an investor ever since. Based in Dubai for over 2 decades, Wahaj brings a wealth of expertise from Fortune 500 companies like Jones Lang LaSalle and leading global advisory firms. His visionary leadership really has shaped Scan Global Realty into a trusted name in international real estate. Wahaj is a designated Canadian CPA and FCCA UK. Now next, it is my utmost pleasure to introduce Summer Asaf, our Director of Client Engagement based in Dubai. Summer is Canadian-born with Middle Eastern roots. She brings over 17 years of expertise in client engagement and marketing strategies, spanning diverse markets across Canada, the US, the UK, the UAE, the KSA. She is an expert in data-driven strategies, customer experience, loyalty programs, content creation, and social media. She offers unique insights into navigating the city's real estate market. Summer helps our clients demystify common misconceptions. She ensures that they understand cultural nuances and answers pressing questions, ensuring that they feel confident about their decision to invest in Dubai. And today she's going to share a little of that with you. So without further delay, I give the baton to Summer.
Thank you so much, Shelley, for the kind welcome. And welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It is my absolute pleasure. As Shelley mentioned, my name is Summer. I actually have been living in Dubai now for 10 years. And when I can tell you there are hundreds upon hundreds of reasons that I could give you as to why you would choose to live or invest in Dubai, we're going to just cover some of the key ones that we feel are going to be the most important to you as real estate investors and homeowners. So let's get into it. So it should come as no surprise that Dubai is one of the luxury capitals of the world. When you hear Dubai, you think of extravagance, you think of ultra luxury, elegance, and over the top, buildings, infrastructure, and things like that. And one of the things that the ruler of Dubai, His Excellency Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, he really is a visionary in pushing forward in technology, innovation, and sustainability, very strong focus on sustainability coming up in the upcoming years. But one of the things that they love to do is to challenge themselves to be the number one in everything. So as you can see from some of these record-breaking infrastructures, we have the biggest mall in the world, which is Dubai Mall, the tallest building, which is Burj Khalifa, biggest indoor theme park, which is IMG Worlds, which is, if anyone's a Marvel fan, super fun to go to. The largest airport terminal is currently being built, the longest driverless metro network, and not mentioned here, but I'm sure as everybody knows, the only 7-star hotel in the world, which is Burj Al Arab. So we'll move on to the next slide. So, as any Canadian, fellow Canadian, I'm sure, and North Americans, and people all over the world, actually, we all kind of have our hearts broken when we have to deal with taxes, especially when you look at your salary and you see the amount that actually hits your bank account. So, actually, one of the most amazing things about investing in Dubai and about possibly living here is that it's actually tax free. The money that you earn, the money that you invest in property is all yours. So there's no personal income tax, there's no capital gains tax, no wealth or real estate tax, and there are free zone areas set up across the city to allow people to run businesses and take advantage of free zone benefits. So we'll move on. Thank you. Now, I can't speak to this enough, but one of the things that makes Dubai the most amazing place to invest in is that it's one of the safest cities in the world, and the quality of life is almost unmatched. Somebody can come here with the money that they have and really live a life of luxury that is unparalleled to anywhere else in the world. And the safety is due to Dubai government really focusing on stringent laws, and that has actually led to an extremely low crime rate. And I think when you think of yourselves, your loved ones, and your family, there's no price you can put on safety. So when you're looking at Dubai, really, and as someone who's been living here for 10 years, I can tell you it is the safest place. It is luxury living. And the transportation, I mean, no surprise being in the Middle East that we have affordable, gas prices and transportation, convenient infrastructure, and honestly, a really vibrant lifestyle. So it should come as no surprise that UAE is a thriving economy and it has no forecast in sight of stopping anytime soon. In fact, in 2025, we're actually seeing a projected growth of 5% for the GDP as compared to the global average of 3.2%. Consumer spending is actually up by 4.3%, and inflation remains at a modest 2.3%. So when you actually look at those numbers, you can actually see that it is easier to actually live a life comfortably and a life of luxury here in Dubai. So one of the visions of the ruler of Dubai, His Highness Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, is Vision 2025. In fact, they have set a lot of goals for themselves in the next 5, 10, 20, even 50 years. But looking at Vision 2025, what they're focused on is economic stability, but also diversification. And in that diversification, we can see real estate is really taking the market by storm and is contributing to a lot of UAE's growth. So, Vision 2025 is actually focused on advancements in AI, sustainability, infrastructure, and really building UAE as a status of a future ready nation. So, as we spoke earlier on record breaking infrastructure, it should come as no surprise that it is some of the most beautiful infrastructure. They have architects come in from all over the world to build some of the most magnificent buildings, our roads, our transport systems, bridges, and the like. And a lot of it is focused, again, especially for the next coming years, on sustainability, efficiency, greener living, and something what we are very proud of here in Dubai are smart cities. So very technologically advanced, focused on productivity and efficiency while thinking of the future of our earth. Now, coming into the nitty gritty on why we're all here today is the growing real estate market, and something called golden visas, which is offered at anyone who invests for 2 million dirhams or above, which is about 600,000 US. So Dubai's real estate market has been growing exponentially for the past decade that I've at least been here. And like we mentioned earlier, there's no property tax, high rental returns, attractive payment plans, actually some of the most flexible payment plans out there globally. And it's actually a very popular city for holiday homes and Airbnb and the like, which Wahaj will get into a little bit later, due to this luxury real estate lifestyle. And the golden visa, just to let you know, is valid for 10 years. You don't need to be tied to a sponsor or have any type of employment. So if you choose to, you can be a business owner, you can be here as an investor of property. And it's actually like a great option for people who want to retire because you don't have to be tied to any form of employment or company. So this is something that the UAE government and Dubai in particular offer to people so they can come and live here comfortably with an ease of mind. So just to recap, why invest in Dubai now? It's a growing population. It's growing year upon year. It has diverse investment options, competitive prices, a thriving real estate market with prices increasing in value year over year, high rental returns, and I don't think I can say it enough, but tax-free income. So I think for most of us, that's a dream come true. And I will pass it on now to our CEO and founder, Wahaj Ahmed, to go into some of the numbers, which is the exciting part about why it'll be a good reason to invest now in Dubai. Over to you, Wahaj.
Thank you, Summer, and thank you, Shelly. Yes, definitely tax, something that I really enjoy doing. So hello, everyone. My name is Wahaj Ahmed, and I'm the CEO and founder of Scan Global Realty right here. I am also a chartered professional accountant from Canada and the UK. With over 20 years of finance experience, I bring a wealth of knowledge in real estate and beyond. I love numbers. I also grew up in Dubai and I've been a Dubai property investor since 2012. Let's talk about Dubai numbers. My first slide would be, this is a slide whereby we are talking about the global bubble index. Now, so if as you can see, Dubai is actually on number 14th here. Now, what this really means is, or what a bubble or bubble risk bubble means is where property prices are so unsustainable that the market is at risk of crash. Whereas if you can see in Dubai, which is on number 14, just below Tel Aviv, the risk is at a very moderate level. So once again, Dubai is now competing with top 20 countries and the risk is quite moderate. This is a UBS Global Real Estate Bubble Index that we're talking about, an independent report for over 25 cities. My next slide would be about the people that Dubai is attracting or the nationalities that Dubai is attracting. Now, Dubai is home to many different nationalities. I grew up here, now I live in Canada, but I see more nationalities living and thriving in Dubai than I have actually seen in Canada, being an immigrant to Canada myself. Now, as you onto the left of your screen, you will see the top 5 nationalities. Again, Indians, British people from and US nationals, French and Chinese are among the top 10 people, actually, the top 10 nationalities who are investing in Dubai. There are many other nationalities, as I mentioned, but these are the top 5. Between COVID and now, if you can see on the right-hand side of the graph, we have almost over 500 billion of investment or transactions that Dubai have recorded. As you can see, the graph is continually growing up, and we expect this to at least grow up for the next foreseeable future. My next slide would be about the number of transactions that Dubai has recorded. Now, about 140,000 apartments alone for the size of a city of Dubai is massive. And why is this the case? It's because there are a lot of tourists that are actually coming to Dubai every year. Now, Dubai Airport, which is one of the largest airports in the world, hosts about or manages about 93 million people in a year. Or passengers in a year, out of which about 16 to 17 million of them convert into tourists, and which is why Dubai is one of the most popular tourist destinations. Now, because of these tourists, we have 2 markets here. One is of the of an Airbnb, of a short-term rental. A lot of people come here with their families, and then we have another market, which is of end users, people who are living and working here, and as well as investors. So 140,000 apartments were sold in 2024, which is a 40% increase as compared to the previous year. 300,000 villas. Now, villas is absolutely the most sought after investment in Dubai. We have, because of the investors and because of so many people moving to Dubai every year. And on an average, about 50,000 people become residents of Dubai every year. This is not the number. This is not tourists. These are people who are becoming residents every year. The current population is about 3.6 million people in Dubai, which the Dubai 2040 vision expects the population to grow at least by another 60 to 70% in the next few years. Now, this will fuel the growth of Dubai. It will continue to fuel the growth of Dubai. My next slide is top 5 areas where people are investing, and which is the most high performing areas. Business Bay, JVC. Now I'll start with JVC, Jumeirah Village Circle, which used to be considered the outskirts of Dubai. It's now considered the center of Dubai because of the huge amount of development that has happened around the city. Business Bay is where Business Bay is more sort of a mixed use area where there is commercial and residential both together. And the Business Bay also overlooks the magnificent Burj Khalifa, the tallest tower in the world, and the world's largest mall, Dubai Mall. It is right next to it. We have Dubai Land, which is a very reasonable area for people to live in terms of rental. So most of the people living in Dubai Land is working class people who go to office from 9 to 5, have families here. Their kids go to school. There are many schools around this area, so this is one of the most sought after locations in Dubai. We then have Dubai South, which is going to be the future of Dubai, which is where Dubai government is heavily investing. The new airport, by the way, Dubai already has the world's largest airport, or the busiest airport, with 93 million passengers, record-breaking amount of passengers in just 2024. Now they are on to building the biggest. They're beating their own record. So they want to build a new airport, which is where Dubai South is, if you can see on the map. And that's why most of the investment, which for people or investors who are looking for the future, are actually investing in Dubai South. Prices of these areas starts from anywhere from 200,000 USD all the way to 320,000, like starting price. In the next slide, I will talk about a bit of a comparison. Next slide. This is a bit of a chart where I created, just to illustrate what are median prices and the amount of rental yields Dubai as compared to the rest of the world, especially Miami, London, and Toronto. Now, average prices, as you can see, is not even half, is less than half of what the rest of these countries are offering. And mind you, Dubai is brand new. We're talking about luxury one-bedroom or studio apartments for these price ranges. The rental yield is 8 to 10% and tax-free. Once again, as compared to the other countries, it's not even close. Price growth and market growth is about anywhere from 5 to 10%. And Dubai is a very high rental-oriented market. So a lot of investors come here to Dubai, not even investors. I know a lot of our clients who have their own houses, but they're also investing in other properties to rent those properties out and pay off their mortgages. My next slide would be a comparison of what 300,000 USD can get you around the world. Again, I come from Toronto. I know, you might get something decent, maybe half decent for maybe 500, 600 square feet. Miami, forget about it. London, let's not even talk about it. But Dubai gets you 700 square feet worth of a luxury, decent apartment. Even you would be lucky even actually overseeing waterfront, overseeing even Dubai Burj Khalifa. That's one of the advantages. You can buy a 300,000 studio in near Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest tower. My next slide will tell you a comparison of what $600,000 can get you in Dubai. As you can see, I don't even have to repeat myself. Dubai can get you what the double or like twice as what, or even 3 times at what other countries can get you for just $600,000. A 2,000 square feet luxury, or if not even luxury, then at least we would say a very decent, brand new, latest, features townhouse. This is the difference of Dubai. My next slide is Airbnb, one of my favorite topics. Now, again, I grew up in Dubai, and I moved to Canada. The city where I live in Canada, which is about 50 kilometers west of Toronto, I'm not allowed to Airbnb. My city, my town does not allow me or limits my capability to rent my places on Airbnb. Again, as an investor, this is horrible. Dubai, in fact, on the opposite, promotes Airbnb. They want more and more people to come to Dubai. So they have made it much more easier for people to be registered with Airbnb. Obviously, you have to apply for a license, which is very simple, straightforward. 70% occupancy ratios, which is very high. And again, 70% is an average. I know areas which are almost 95% occupancies, especially around the winter times. I have clients who have rented their downtown apartments for almost $20 to $30,000 a month on Airbnb, especially on the New Year's time, especially around winter. So you can imagine 21,000 listings, top areas I've already discussed. Again, having an option and flexibility of listing your property on Airbnb gives you an advantage of earning already. Dubai already gives you about 8 to 10% return, or even in some cases even higher. With Airbnb, it can jump up to 30%. So this is the advantage and again, with so many million, 16, 17 million visitors coming to Dubai every year, this number is a joke. So Airbnb is a big hit or short-term rental is a big hit in Dubai. My next slide is we have some very special, unique propositions with different developers in Dubai. We don't want to name one particular developer because we are listed over 35 different developers. But among all, there are a few developers that we're especially working with, which offer you a 10-year payment plan, which means you do not have to apply for a mortgage. You can either live in it yourself or let the developer manage your property and give you a guaranteed 10% annual return with and a 10-year payment plan. So imagine putting down, say up to 40% down. You can do 40, 50, 60%. Now, obviously, the higher down payment you do, the lower your monthly installment would be. With a 10-year payment plan and a 10% guaranteed return, your property after 10 years, the net cash flow of your property is almost half of what you paid for initially. It's like a fixed deposit. It is something which is perpetually growing itself. We have other developers that are offering options with just 10% down and a more 1-year monthly payment plan. Also, the same developer is also offering 10% discount if you just put 10% down. If you put a 40% down or 100% payment down, you get a 40% discount, which is almost half the property value. These are some of the special features that we bring to you. Now, my next slide is something very exciting. Now, we have talked about numbers. I think we should be convinced now that Dubai is among one of the best places to invest in. What we are bringing today to our clients is a very special, unique proposition. We are offering our clients an all-expense paid trip to Dubai, which includes a free return ticket for 2 people and a 5-star hotel stay. Obviously, there is a minimum purchase price, which is listed at the bottom, which is at least $1 million worth of purchase. And we are more than happy to host you in Dubai and show you around. With this, I would like to end my speech, my presentation, and hand it over to Shelly. And Shelly, over to you.
Now, first of all, I did tell everybody to hang on until the end to hear what a great opportunity this could be. And I think we can all agree, well, how to not disappoint with that? Who couldn't use 2 tickets and a round trip flight and hotel in Dubai right now, given, especially if you're in Canada right now, because it is cold. It is very, very cold. I also want to thank Summer and Wahaj for all of the information they shared. My mind is blown. I am tired. And I'm sure everybody else's mind is blown and may or may not have some questions, and also may or may not want to speak with us directly. And we would love to be able to do that. So I think in the chat, I don't see the chat, but I believe we've added a link so that you can reach us directly and set up an appointment. But we'll also be sending out an email to everybody who's on the call today so that you have our information and that you can do that at that time. But I open up the floor if you want to raise your hand and ask a question, or if you'd rather type something in. So Lena's asking whether or not we will send the recording. Summer?
Hi, Lena. Nice to hear from you. Actually, I think we're going to be posting it on our LinkedIn. So if you want to drop us your email, we can share the link with you once it's live. And thank you for joining us today.
Anyone else? Any questions? You can. Lena shared her email.
Perfect. Thank you, Lena, and thank you for your time today. We are looking forward to speaking with you soon.
All right. Thanks, Andrew. We're glad you appreciated that. Oh, Jen as well shared hers.
So
Similar, you
Nick
wanna-
has asked a question about
Okay.
the process to gain residency in Dubai. And Nick, I'd like to respond to that. So the process to gain residency, I'm also a dual resident. I'm a resident in Dubai, I'm a resident in Canada. It's fairly simple. You either have a job or your employer sponsor you for a work visa, or you have a property in Dubai. If you have a property worth 750,000 dirhams, about 200,000 Canadian, 200,000 USD, roughly around that range, you get a 2-year residence visa. If you buy a property worth 2 million dirhams, which is about 600,000 USD, you get a 10-year golden visa, which means you do not have to apply for a visa again. You can work, live, start your own business, anything with that visa. And it's fairly simple. It takes less than a month.
I have a question. In regards to applying for the 10-year payment plan, how does that process work?
It's again, it depends. If you are buying something which is pre-construction in the North American market, or off-plan, we call it, which is something which isn't built. Let's say you buy a pre-construction, and let's say it's delivered in 2 years. Your 10% payment plan starts at a minimum of 40% down. So there is a developer in Dubai which is offering this unique payment plan. Actually, there are a few, but we work very closely with one of them because we trust them. And as long as you put down a down payment of 40% on a ready property, which ready property is something which is available today, or an off-plan property which will be available in 2 to 3 years, your 10% starts exactly the day it's handed over to you. It's a quarterly payment spread over the year. If you want to live in it, you can live in it yourself. But if you want the developer to manage that property for you, they're also guaranteeing a 10% guaranteed return, meaning you don't have to do anything. You make your payment based on your cash flow, or based on the schedule we'll talk about in detail later, perhaps. You do not have to worry about anything. The money from one pocket you collect the rent, from the other pocket you pay the remaining installments. In a case where you put a 60% down, your 10-year payment plan is basically, it gives you an extra cash flow every year. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, that's
Well, Cindy's asking, is the golden visa renewable past the 10 years?
Yes, as long as you maintain the property, be it the golden visa, 10-year golden visa, or the 2-year residence visa, as long as you have the property and you haven't sold it, yes, you can renew it for every after the 10th year.
I see someone's
other
joined
questions?
us on video. Did you have a question, Samson?
No, I'm just kind of listening. You know,
Oh, okay. Welcome.
appreciate you so much for having me, though.
No worries. It's our pleasure. Anyone else have any questions? Any questions about Dubai, about the culture, anything at all? There's no
Or
wrong
about the return ticket that we're offering, a 5-star hotel. You don't want to know which 5-star hotel we're gonna. So feel free to ask questions. This is we're hoping that everybody has the information they need. But if you don't, like, you can always email us. We will also reach out to you via email. The floor is open. Ask away your questions. Don't worry about what the questions are going to be. Just ask.
I had a quick question about
Sure.
the commercial properties in Dubai market. Like, what is that looking like right now?
I'm sorry, your voice is cutting out. I didn't quite understand your question.
I'm sorry.
commercial properties.
Sorry, commercial properties?
Yes.
Yeah, commercial properties actually doing very good here. Although the market share is less than 10%, but it's a huge demand because, again, Dubai has opened up its gate. It's basically, they've opened up floodgates to investors who are moving here. In fact, there is a shortage of commercial properties here. In fact, even when we were opening our offices, we had a hard time to get an office. But yes, there is a huge demand, and the rate of return on a commercial property is actually even higher than residential in some cases. How do you set up direct appointments? You can email us at info@scanglobalrealty.com. Our numbers are on the screen. You can, I think the best way to do is just send us an email to Summer. She also mentioned her email here, and we'll go from there.
There's also another question, Wahaj. Is it possible to open a business there after a purchase?
Yes, you can open a business regardless. Opening up a business. Also, Dubai is ranked among the top 5 countries in ease of doing businesses. There are free zones in Dubai. There are more than 25 free zones all over the UAE, by the way, with different price ranges, with different specialties. Free zones meaning you don't need an office space. You can start with a consulting license as low as $2,000 to $3,000 just for the licensing cost, and you don't need a physical office to start. You can the free zone authority gives you a virtual desk space. And by the way, we're not just a real estate company, we're also a global consulting and advisory firm. So we do have an office for setting up businesses. So we specialize in that. So if you have any other questions, which is also other than real estate investments, we'll be happy to answer. Someone that lives in Miami currently, which new construction developments would you say is being built over there that you can compare to Miami luxury condos? There are many. I mean, we have one builder, by the way. We have one builder who just launched. Again, Dubai. Before I answer that, Dubai is all about luxury. Dubai is all about what you can offer, which is not comparable to the rest of the world. They want to compete, or they want to beat everybody out there. That's why it's the safest country, the tallest tower, the fastest this, the smallest or the highest that. Right now, there are developers who have, for example, there's a big developer called Benghazi. Now, Benghazi have a tie-up with the car manufacturer called Bugatti. If you know what Bugatti is the world's fastest car, the most expensive car built in the world. Now they have a tie-up with Bugatti, for instance, whereby you can buy an apartment in Bugatti Tower by Benghazi, right next to Burj Khalifa, for starting as low as 20 million dirhams. Obviously, that I cannot even compare with anything else. Now we have another developer who has launched villas and apartments with a tie-up with Lamborghini. Right, so there are many, to be honest. I can't like I told you a few, like 2 already, but we can send you a list of all the luxury developments, and you can maybe pick from that.
Juliana, you're asking us if you're hiring. Well, send us your resume, and we'll definitely take a look. We'd love to have you on.
We are absolutely hiring. We're hiring global. We have an office in the US, UK, Dubai, Canada, and we're also opening up an office in Portugal.
You're welcome, Juliana. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, Haj, I'm just going to add one little thing to everything that was said. One of the things that I think is important to mention, especially for foreign investors, is that you can invest in a luxury building and have a small unit, a studio or a 1-bedroom, and in the same building have somebody who has a 2 or 3 story expansive 12,000 square foot luxury unit. So a smaller budget in Dubai does not necessarily mean that you are in a bad area. Buildings can have smaller units and bigger units, which really does make every building affordable in various areas, but also keeps all the areas pristine and likable, for lack of a nicer, better word. No, there's not the same. It's not the same stigma, right? So if people are thinking, oh, my budget isn't so great, I'm going to end up in a bad. No, that's not the case. You may end up with a smaller unit, but you're still going to be in a very high-end, luxurious building, and that's a differentiation from Canada and the US.
Yeah, 100%. That's a very good way to describe it, Shelly, because I mean, the standard in Dubai is already set at 5 stars. Like there are more five-star hotels here than anywhere else in the world. And actually, there are very few hotels here that are less than 5 stars because that's the standard. When you look at, just to give you an example, the police cars are anything from an Audi R8 to a Bugatti to a Lamborghini to a Corvette. And our Uber drivers all drive Lexuses or Teslas. So those are like the standard cars. There is not a facility or a bathroom that you will visit here in Dubai that is not squeaky clean. So when we are talking about buildings, like, and in comparison to Miami, as Wahaj said, it is one of the most luxurious, and it is renowned for being extravagant and extremely, extremely pristine. So the possibilities are endless in terms of buildings that we could compare to Miami.
Yes, Samson, your question is, do we purchase properties globally? We don't purchase, we do have global offices, and however, we're not in the business of buying. If your question is, do we assist you in purchasing or buying properties globally? Yes, we do. Shelly, for example, based out the Canadian office, is very well versed for the US and the Mexico market, which we really haven't even touched, but we have an office there too. And yes, other than Dubai, we can assist you in Portugal as well. Yes, Andrew, thank you. Yes, Dubai South is the future. It is right now, it is the most affordable place to invest in. All major developments or developers have actually taken their direction towards Dubai South because they know right now the prices are almost half as what you would compare to downtown Dubai prices in Dubai South, but Dubai South is the future. That's where most of the development is going to happen. Or, in fact, we didn't even talk about the Dubai Metro, which is they're expanding the Dubai Metro to all these new areas, which is also going to add value in future. Hope that answered your questions, Samson. Thank you, Summer. Feel free to reach out to me. My number is on the screen. In fact, I'd like to put it with the country code +1 905 379 6197. I'll be more than happy to assist you and answer any questions that you may have. Feel free.
Oh, sorry.
How long?
Torian's asking, how long is the incentive going to stay?
We will like to end it soon. We already have started, like this idea came upon quite recently. Listen, we don't want to put a timeline to it. Obviously, the sooner that you come, we can keep this incentive, but we value our business, we value our customers, so we will give incentives. That's my promise to you. But obviously, times can change, and so no end date as of yet, but it can end.
We'll definitely be sending out an email following up with everybody as well with some more information.
Thank you, everyone. I think floor is still open, guys. Any questions are more than welcome.
I think we're good. I'm going to
Thank
sign
you,
off.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Summer, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.